really sucks.
Hello, you guys. Hashtag family. Welcome to another episode of Hashtag. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us. As always, you got your girl Tiffany Noco. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at _Tiffany Noco. We're going to roll in the rest of the crew and then get these topics popping. What's up?
Man, what's good, hashtag? Glad to fucking be here. Just got off work. Had a long ass day, but let's handle the business right now. First and foremost, make sure y'all follow me on all my shit at Zane Top Me. That's on every social media platform that you can find me on. And we got some hot topics to talk about today. And you know what I'm saying, we got Chris in the cut. She look a little different. She got them motherfucking braids in her head. I'm rocking with it. Looking real Afrocentric.
I'm not gonna play with Zane today at all. Y'all should have seen it. Like he pulled my chair out. Oh, let me pull your chair out. I'm not gonna play with him. It's your girl Chris Yvette. You can find me right here at Shershay_La_Chris. And it is Winning Wednesday because that's how I feel today.
Oh, okay.
I was winning. I've been winning for the past year, not even a year, maybe a little 6 months. So winning. We're gonna proclaim it.
I rock with it. For sure.
Allegedly.
I gotta get a little lit here. I was trying to get me something to drink before I got here for the show, and I just didn't even have the time to do it, but I really need a drink in this hoe. So anywho, we're gonna go ahead and roll into our first topic, and that is Aladdin. So I feel like it's no spoiler alert really for this movie. Amongst everybody, I'm the only one who's seen it. I didn't know that, but I feel like there's no spoiler to it. So first of all, let's talk about how big the weekend opener was for it. It made $113 million for its weekend opener over Memorial Day. That shit is big.
That's huge.
$113 million in 2 days. That's fucking nuts. I think that's nuts. That's crazy. That's like one of the biggest openers that we've had all year.
Yeah, shouts out to Will Smith, man. The damn Smith family, they just out here
winning
period. So winning
in real life. That's they're all winning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of the Smith family, I don't know if y'all watched on his Instagram the pictures of the premiere that they had. What I guess it is the premiere for all of the people who were part of the movie. Willow. Girl, Willow looked so good. Shout out to you, Willow. You was rocking that little black dress. But anywho, the movie. So I feel like there's no spoiler for it because, in my opinion, it was really verbatim to the cartoon. Like, I feel like there was no... there's like, they make it more up-to-date, more hip. The songs are a little different, But as far as, like, the storyline, it's really verbatim. Like, there's no change in it at all,
good
in my opinion. So I thought it was really good. I feel like personally it's more adult than it is kid. It's kid friendly, but I feel like it's definitely more for adults. Like I feel like if you're gonna show a kid Aladdin, I think they should be at least like 5 when they go see it, so they can actually like relate to the movie because it's very vibrant. There's a lot of colors. I thought like the princess looked really good. I thought she was cute. I thought Will Smith did an amazing job. For me, it didn't really get entertaining until Will Smith came out, but that's just me personally. But I think, like, again, for kids, I think they should be at least 5 to go see it. This is my personal opinion because I took my niece and my nephew, and my niece is 3, and she got scared at the beginning of the movie of Jafar and the tiger. She was scared of them, so she didn't, like, calm down until midway through the movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, man, poor baby.
I know.
I seen Kill Bill when I was a little nigga, so I can tell I wasn't sheltered like that. So I'm sure.
Well, she's 3.
She's 3.
This is a child.
True.
She's a baby.
You bought a 3-year-old to see this new Aladdin?
Yeah.
What was the rating for it though?
So let's talk about that too.
What was the rating?
Yeah.
I got on Rotten Tomatoes, and the score was only 58 on Rotten Tomatoes, and then on IMDb.com it's a 7.4 out of 10. So I'm trying to figure out like where these bad ratings came from, because most of the people I went through like a lot of hashtags. I was trying to read it, and for the most part, everybody really enjoyed the movie. So I don't really know where the bad ratings came from.
I've heard mixed. I mean, I think with anything you're going to always hear mixed reviews. I heard mixed reviews, but I think also you have to kind of go in it. It's hard to go into something that's basically a replica of something else. So you already kind of have the storyline in mind. You have, you know, your perception of Robin Williams as a genie and all of these things. So it's like going in, you're like, well, let's see if it's funnier than this one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Or maybe it was bad. I don't know. You liked it and some other people
I didn't
did
think
too.
it was bad
So,
at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I gotta take everything you say with a grain of salt though, because like you don't fuck with Game of Thrones, and like I just don't know.
It's not that I don't
Yeah,
fuck with
Game
Game
of
of Thrones.
Thrones.
It's hold on.
I don't know, 'cause, like,
It's not that I don't fuck with Game of Thrones. I just never got into it. I've always heard about it, and when it was like, okay, well maybe I'll watch it, it was just too far along, bro. Like I'm not.
That's how I feel about Grey's
I'm just
Anatomy.
not finna
I'll
do
never
it.
oh,
watch
they
it.
need
Just
to kill, they
like
need to
that
kill that
one.
hoe off. I'm sorry,
Never.
Grey's Anatomy low
It's like
key.
50 seasons.
It's fire, but they need to kill it off. I'm not gonna lie.
like
to you.
50
It's fire, but they need to kill it off.
I'm just not finna do it.
Hell no.
No.
Because for a minute, it was like the Game of Thrones with like the medical version. Because like people on that hoe dying, you're like, oh shit, like they like what? He died in plane crash? Like it's all
Right.
kind of crazy shit. But now it's like, come on, who made it? Rhonda Shines, right?
Shonda Rhimes.
I fucked off.
Rhonda
Rhonda
Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes.
It's
Hey
cool.
man, look, she was hitting that hoe. She still hitting that hoe. But damn, they need to cancel that guy. But but you know, to end off that category, I ain't seen Aladdin yet. Y'all should go see it per Tiff's
Yeah,
word.
per
I think
Tiff.
you guys should go
Don't
see
bring
it.
your kid
Go
though.
check it out.
And let's say-
Bring
let's
you
say at
can
least
bring your
5.
kids. You
Let's
can bring
say
your
at
kids.
least 5.
I mean, listen, kids are different. Like my siblings, when we were growing up, they all like scary movies, and I hated them hoes. So
Loved them.
no. So I mean, all kids are different. Just know your kid. Like my niece, for me personally, she wasn't rocking with it. She was scared. But I thought it was a good movie overall. Like you don't have to run to the movies to go see it, but if you happen to have time, like go see it. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
I'll check it out.
Okay, so I guess we are off that topic. Let's get to what we have next in store for you guys. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we will talk about this guy again because they're making a documentary about him on Hulu, which I'll be excited to see. And that is
Oh,
Mr.
yeah,
Harvey Weinstein. I was so murdering his name. But anywho, so if you have been paying attention to like the news and articles and whatnot, so he has gotten off on a $44 million settlement for his cases of sexual assault. Now, this does not clear all of the cases for him. He still has those criminal cases that he has to go to trial for that are out in Manhattan that the accuser is not settling for at this time. But for that $44 million, so $14 million of it is going to his legal team. Just that's right off the top. And then the other $30 million is going to his former employees, the accusers, which, by the way, it is
Harvey Weinstein got that bag.
150 accusers, 150, somewhere up to that number of 150 accusers, and then also to another portion is going to someone else. So, anywho, they're going to have to split that $30 million. So, what it is being so there's a few, maybe like 9 or 10 if I read that correctly, accusers that are getting 500,000 like off top, and then the rest of it is going to be divided amongst those other people that I was talking about. So some of them will get upwards of 60,000, and then some, just depending on the severity of the claim and the age and different factors, will get less.
That nigga was guilty in a motherfucker, cause you know he said it out like that. He was just like, you know what? Fuck it, they not lying, so let me go ahead and pay this shit. Write a motherfucking check. Nah, he came with a blank check for the fucking lawyer that was representing all them victims. He was like, look, how much they want? Like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit crazy.
That's crazy.
He was like, he didn't even try to go to court. That's how you know that nigga was like, damn.
Yeah, cut that
damn.
check.
Yeah.
Cut
Nah, that
check.
shit crazy.
That's
as hell.
crazy.
We should have talked about that real quick. Speaking of that, we're talking about sexual harassment. I don't know if anybody
Oh, dude,
watches
off the Shy. Yeah, I already
Jason
knew it.
Mitchell. That's
Oh.
my
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
The actor too, and I seen all
I
that
see
shit
that.
happening with him.
Jason Mitchell, you from the NO, like you doing it for your
He's
city.
tripping.
Like I don't know what happened, and the thing is, it's so hush hush about it. But
Yeah.
I know he got let go as well as the chick that played his girlfriend. She's also let go. So I'm a big fan
Why
of the
she get let
Shy.
go?
Well, she didn't get let go. She quietly
She quit,
left.
right? Yeah,
she
okay.
quietly
Cause,
left
you know why? Because
because
they was
of
letting
him.
him make it, and then he went to another show on Netflix, and then it was like, hold up, you fucking forcing it, and they let him go off the show.
Well,
That's how I read the article. Basically, like
the article I read
Go
was
ahead.
that she was getting, whatever,
Go ahead, say that
harassed
shit.
by
Yeah,
Mr. Mitchell.
uh-huh.
To the point where her boyfriend had to come on set, and while they were recording a lot, and her boyfriend is that fine dude from Dear White People.
Yeah.
Light skin,
yeah.
light bright.
Yeah. So anyway, he was there like while they were recording, and I guess after a while, it's like, shit, how much can you take of being uncomfortable like that? So she
Yeah.
quietly left.
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying. Like she dipped because she was off Disney. What's his name again?
Yeah.
What's the actor's name?
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
She was off Jason.
Yeah.
And Jason had some other shit going on with Netflix, and he was
Yeah,
doing
he
the
did.
same shit. And the
Yeah,
Netflix
he
people,
was.
they was like, hold up, you got to fucking go. And then people from the Shaw was like, hold on, we got to cover our ass, so we got to let
Yeah.
his ass go too,
Mm-hmm.
because the people from the Shaw let him make it. Showtime
Yeah.
let him make it or whatever.
I'm
So-
very interested because I watched The Shy. It's like one of my
I
favorite
do
shows.
too. So it's kind of now looking back on it, it's
And
like the
that's a big
chemistry. Like, damn,
storyline.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a big storyline. Like him and her. Like this season right now. I don't know what's gonna
What the fuck
happen.
they gonna- it's like when they got rid of Frank, my nigga Frank off fucking House of Cards. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah,
no.
once Frank was out,
I was like, oh shit, like,
who watches? Yeah,
they got rid of
I
Kevin.
still ain't watched the final season. And House of Cards is my show.
Bro, it's just
I
it's
just
just
gave
clear.
up.
It's just fucking clear, like you know, like and it just like say he died from like a heart attack or some
God
shit,
damn it!
like some bullshit. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not watching this.
Why y'all gotta be touching bussies? Just stop touching bussies.
Kevin was
Stop
touching
it.
other shit though.
I
Kevin was-
know. Stop touching bussies and other stuff. Damn.
Nah, he was wilding.
Oh, y'all
Oh,
annoying.
yeah. I did see some shit.
All my
Kevin
actors, my
Spacey.
favorite actors and actresses, can y'all just
Just stop touching.
stop touching, stop
Shit.
harassing. Like you already got it.
Sit on
You
your
know,
hands.
I just don't. I think that's
Damn.
crazy.
It's just
I think
like-
it's like I don't understand. I feel like if you're in that space, you have so many different options as far as like
I think it's a power complex,
people.
especially
you know?
especially for males.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I
say
agree.
for women, because for males, you know what I'm saying, like it's like, oh shit, like I can get any girl I want, and you got somebody that's like fucking like no, and you be like, hold on, the fuck, like you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
not me.
I
I'm
agree
just,
with
I
that.
can just see how that should be happening. Like
Because it's like whoever wants the person that throws themselves at them.
yeah, exactly.
Or the person that's obtainable. Everybody likes a challenge. Everybody likes, I mean, let's be real. I don't know about most people, but I know for me, the person that I usually pay attention to in a crowded room is the person that's not paying attention to anyone.
type shit.
Yeah.
No, I feel it.
Like
And,
the person who's kind of like,
I feel it.
it's like, damn, they over there by themselves. Like,
If you're
da-da-da.
not interested in me, I'm just gonna keep it moving. I ain't gonna lie, that's my wave. But I'm just being real, it's my wave.
I'm just saying, but do you want a chick that wants you?
no,
Like,
no,
really, like,
I
that's
do, I do
obtainable?
enjoy the challenge, but like when
Okay.
it's like forced, like when it's like two, I gotta do the fucking most. Like I just got to stay in my lane. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think
I got to.
I feel like this is how should I say it? It's always been happening. It's just more people are getting caught now.
Yeah, I don't even think people getting caught now more. I think people are now having the courage
Or
now
is
to
the-
speak about it because it's just like so much is happening. Even I don't know if you guys watched The Real, but with Jenny Mai, and she was abused while she was younger. Her mom was like, she believed a family friend because that was the
Right.
son she never had.
Right.
And it's like, I wish my own mama would tell me, you going to believe somebody that you didn't even birth, somebody that didn't even come from your womb. We would never talk again.
And it's just like, and it's just a different, it's just
Like-
different times too. Like you know, information is more easily accessible. You know, back in the gap, like it was hush hush culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut. Like I'm talking about from your mom, your daddy tell you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, relax, or like it was just like taboo to talk about that kind of shit. It's just like you supposed to keep your mouth shut.
Right.
Women have more rights now. I feel it for sure. You know what I mean? Women haven't. It hasn't been 100 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it, 100 years and a couple years of women's suffrage? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, come on now. Like, for a long ass time, there wasn't even a voice for women out here, and they were really just seen as objects and property. And even to this day, that's that's still kind of like what's going on.
Don't get me started
so,
with,
like,
with
Yep.
this.
It's just
For
it's definitely it's the environment is precarious to the point now where women do feel like they can come out and be like, oh, like nah, they was fucking touching on me and or forcing on me, blah blah blah. So
This makes me mad. It makes me think about the whole abortion thing, but that's
Oof.
another
oh,
topic.
yeah, that shit's
Girl.
insane too.
That
That
shit-
shit is
how you gonna
hate.
control
They tried to bring that
women?
shit to Texas. I was like, hold on, what the fuck y'all doing?
Yeah. You know what? I already felt like it was going to trickle over to Texas because Texas is just one of those states that are like, oh yeah, abortion, let's get rid of it. It's not right.
It's a Bible
I'm a
Belt
good
state.
Christian state.
It is a
like
Bible
We're
Belt
about, we're
state.
about
I
that
already
state, but-
see that. I already seen that creeping over here. Speaking of, also, Netflix just put out too that if Georgia decides to pass that abortion law, that they're going to drop like all doings with them from Netflix.
I don't know what the fuck
What?
that's gonna do, but I salute to them. I guess.
I mean,
'cause, I mean, I'm
they
just-
gonna lose revenue
I
at least.
am seeing we are seeing a dystopian society form
Absolutely.
right in front of us. I'm not gonna lie to you, because this backward ass law that got passed, like that law is so backwards.
It's so
it's
so
like, it's
stupid to me. It's
insane,
so
like,
crazy. I
How
just
can
don't
you tell a
understand.
woman, first and foremost, how dare you penalize a woman for doing something that she does with her own body?
Right.
That's number one. Number two, it's like, I hate the whole male patriarchy society that we live in. And it's like, most of this shit is ran by men who will never, ever, unless, I don't know, in the future some shit work out,
Fuck
they
all
gave
that.
birth
No,
to.
they
How
won't
about this?
ever.
But
They
I'm
won't
just-
ever.
But it's not even. But Zane, it's not even just that. It's just
No,
like.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm about to say.
Oh,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm about to
okay.
say
It
like
really
I
pisses
seen
me
that
off.
list of people that was up there. It was like 20 people, like the people that voted for the bill or whatever, and you saw the demographic.
Yeah.
It was like old white men, right?
Absolutely.
First of
White
all, I
men.
know all of them didn't pay for some abortion before.
No,
For
fun
some-
prevention,
yeah, all
niggas.
kinda shit.
That's what y'all need to do. If y'all want to help people, if the whole thing is about babies and having babies, no, well then why don't you take the funds and put it more so to prevention and other things like that, education and prevention of pregnancy. That's a smart way to do it. To help I'm just saying to help the community as a
I mean,
whole.
it already is prevention.
But
and
I'm just
education and
saying,
whatnot.
Clearly, this abortion shit, yes, it is,
But
but
that's
it's
not the
like that, though.
motivation behind it. If that was, I feel like if the motivation was truly because, oh, we don't want you guys out here killing babies, and if it has a heartbeat, then it has a right to live. If that was really the motive behind it, then I feel as though there would be other things implemented as far as preventing the, how should I say, I guess, younger girls from getting pregnant or preventing from having pregnancy at the time that you don't want it. But that's really not the motive behind these laws if we just keeping it a buck. It's really not. But also, speaking of that, so Missouri also is... they already passed their law for the abortion, but they're also now getting rid of all of the abortion clinics in the state of Missouri. So you will not be able to get an abortion there at
What
all.
the fuck are we like? What world are we living in right now to where we let? How dare a man tell me what to do with my vagina, my womb? Like, this is some fucking bullshit. I'm
I just
sorry.
want to know,
I need a drink.
like, what? So, okay, women
I'm
get
sick.
penalized because here's the thing, right? And it's not, because I feel like a lot of people are misconstruing and they're taking it like, oh, you must be somebody who have had an abortion or you must don't
No.
want to have kids or blah, blah, blah. It's not about that. It's just really about the fucking choice of being able to do whatever the fuck it is that I choose and other women around me choose to do with their bodies. It's like, it's mine. You don't get to tell me what I can and can't do with it. But also, I feel as though if you're going to penalize us for getting pregnant and just being in a space where that may not be the proper time for you to have a kid, maybe you just want one down the line. I don't fucking know. Whatever your reason is for it. But what's the penalty on these men who can drop out of your life like it ain't fucking nothing when you get pregnant and you happen to not want the kid, and what the fuck, they don't want the kid either. Now neither one of us we have no other options. Like, what's the penalty for that? What is it?
Listen.
Because child support is not the answer, because we see motherfuckers fighting over child support all day long. That shit tends to not go through so many times. So what is the penalty for the men who decide that shit, I don't want this
What you
kid no
think,
more
Zay?
than you do?
Oh shit! I think the abortion laws are super fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look,
It's
I
trash.
I got homies that was in foster care. Like, look, first of all, foster care is fucked up too. Look, and no anybody adopting these kids, adopting the kids is fucking expensive too. Like, and then
So
then you got white folks adopting black children, and we seeing
Ugh.
fucked up shit going on with that. I just don't think United States government or any institution needs to have any say so in regard to this subject. It's just like, if it ain't murder, like, and it ain't rape, and there's certain things like this should not be regulated at all. It's just like,
Absolutely.
remember I know I said some wild shit before, like all drugs should be legalized. Like,
You did.
you know what I'm saying? I still stand by that shit. I
No.
stand by how fucking abortion should be illegal. It shouldn't be regulated. Like, I mean, it should be legal, and everybody that's pro-life, y'all can fucking go in front of any abortion clinic anytime you want, and hold your picket sign up and whatever. That's cool. You have the right to do that.
Extra with
Nah,
it.
but some of them be doing the most. Like
I know, they be blowing up clinics and shit.
Throw blood on people and shit like
Yeah.
that. You'll get your ass whooped by me.
in real
But I ain't
life.
gonna. But that's
Hey,
a different
In
story.
real life, I'm like,
I'll pull out
damn.
that pistol. Like, oh,
Period.
nigga, this self-defense.
bad.
Period.
Like, I'm not
We
even
fighting.
playing.
It'd be bad. So,
Man,
but it's just like it's just so many different situations. I just think it's a lesser of two evils because I don't think it's evil. I don't think it's evil. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to talk about like, oh, you're taking a child's life, it's just like sometimes like that is probably the best route to go. You know what I'm saying? It just is like, or you can have a kid and grows up in this broken ass family that don't even really never wanted the kid in the first place, and then. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, there's unconditional love there, but at the same time, is there really? Then you got.
I mean, I don't.
Then you putting kids in fucking foster care
Doesn't
and
always apply.
I put them up for it. If people always say, "Well, put your kid up for adoption," I'm like, "What? Do you know how many orphans
you
that
not know
never?"
how the system is
what
so
are you
fucked
talking-
up?
People just say shit just to say shit. I'm like, bro, are you
So many
serious?
kids never ever get adopted.
I just got
They
to a
grow up
whole
in a foster
thing
home for
with
their all of their fucking lives.
I just had a whole discussion with some random guy that was trying to like get my number, and I was like, I really want to adopt a child, and he was like, "What? What's wrong with you? Like, you don't want to have one from your womb?" I said, "I never said that, but I do want to adopt a child." And like this nigga was like low key berating me down in my opinion because I said I want to adopt a child.
I want to adopt too. I do. I want my own kids too.
Oh,
But I do
small
want-
minded
yeah,
nigga. That's
I
why
do,
I ain't give
yeah.
you my number. Anyway,
Nah,
ugh,
for
I
sure.
I'm
don't see
done.
anything wrong with
But
that.
if you're gonna, but if you
Yeesh.
cannot preach, adopt, or put care for adoption, make that shit more affordable because that shit's not cheap.
It is
It's
not.
not fucking cheap. That's why people
It's
don't
not.
be doing it like that. It's not cheap.
That
If
is
you are a
nuts,
regular
too.
middle class family, this shit is not gonna
Girl,
be
look
really
at
that-
healthcare.
Not
Yeah,
realistic.
that's nuts too. That also really blows me because it's like, oh, okay, we want all y'all to just be having these babies, had these motherfucking kids, y'all gonna be with these kids, whatever. Okay, fine, had a baby, I love the baby, cool. But it's not expensive to raise kids. Not only do you have to now worry about feeding these other lives and making sure that they're taken care of, you gotta feed yourself too. And then, like you said, the healthcare is expensive. Fucking formula, diapers, putting them in daycare. Like, you don't get no breaks for that shit. Daycare is expensive. Even
Hell
when you're
no.
middle class and it's like, oh, okay, people, child, do you know if you're, I think it's like, I want to say it's maybe like $20,000 a year, or maybe 21,000. I don't know if the number has went up, but I noticed a couple years ago when I looked into this, if you make like $20,000 a year, then the government says that that's enough for you to survive off of. You cannot get any type of fucking assistance, which is fucking nuts. And then it goes up maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 if you have like a kid in your household or some shit like that. Like that's poverty. Nobody's living off of that realistically. So then they make it so hard for you to get these extra benefits after you have kids and try to provide for them. It's like you guys are making it's like you're building a society of broken homes and poverty because you're forcing people to have children when they may not be in a fucking financial or emotional state to have them. It's just, the shit is crazy.
We were becoming one of the most progressive nations in the world in a lot of
Bruh.
areas, and then we just go and you drop that crazy ass law. When I saw it too for the first time, I was like, what?
We are definitely going backwards.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going backwards as fuck. How you talking about legalizing weed everywhere, but you talking about abortion now is illegal? You know what I'm saying? And weed was illegal. In like, what the fuck are you talking about? The fucking dispensaries look like Apple stores now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's true.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
So
for
true.
real. Like, I just like now, but now people can't freely, decide if they, want to terminate a pregnancy or not. Like, that's fucked up. And I seen who voted for that shit. That shit don't represent me.
It
No.
sure as
Or
hell
you.
don't.
It don't represent
not
nobody
even
in this
close.
motherfucker. That's
At all.
Look, oh my God.
So here's the thing,
I'm done
and I feel as though the motivation behind making this shit a law is because of white communities and white people. Really, their race is not building up as quickly as they think it will, and over the course of the years, if it continues to decline, then they will no longer be the majority in the fucking United States. So I feel as though that is the motivation behind it, because I remember we talked about this on another show, and I did like some stats on it. I forgot exactly where I got it from, but from the website, it stated that black women and white women abort babies in the same at the same rate.
I believe it. I just feel like this shit just goes back to white patriarchal bullshit, and y'all can kick rocks and Shit, I hope somebody cut your eyelids off and take pictures of all y'all that voted for that shit. You can't blink. That's gonna burn and hurt. So
Fuck y'all.
I don't know. I don't want to wish anything bad upon these people. However, like, what the fuck? I need a cocktail talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm really like
In real life.
overwhelmed about just white males and just how dare y'all. I'm over it. I'm tired of y'all telling me what to do with my body as a woman, as a black woman, as a human. I'm just upset and I'm fucking over it. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
I'll run them over one day. No, not for real, for real. That's an opinion of Kristen Moore, not the Sphere. Just saying.
Man,
Fuck 'em.
I ain't got too much to say about that. I think it's fraud, and I sit at home sometimes and I'm like, damn, where is this nation, going to? We already see the empire, falling.
Yeah.
we already
yeah.
see it
It's
happening right before
crumbling.
our eyes. But like shit like this ain't helping. I mean, the American, I have nothing else to say about it. It just really blows my mind. Have y'all seen The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes,
read
I
the
had
book?
to read
I
that
read
in
the
high
book too. I had to-
school.
Yeah.
Me too. People don't. I'm like,
I had to
high
read
school,
that in
me
high
too.
school. Margaret
Freshman
Atwood.
year.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah. And
It's
then
a
I
really good
seen-
book.
And if you don't like books, you watch that on Hulu or whatever. But the book,
The book
way,
is
way,
way
fucking
better.
I
Like,
was gonna say, I think
I
it was
couldn't
on
finish the
Hulu.
fucking series on Hulu.
I
was
couldn't
like, this is
either.
trash.
I couldn't either. But the book is awesome. But anyway, fuck it.
Okay.
I'm
So,
done with that.
That was a
Let's talk about something happy and joyous.
happy and joyous.
Let's talk about the baby
Oh, I was
whooping
gonna say,
ass. That's happy
Because
and
that
joyous.
wasn't the next one, but we gonna
Fuck
talk
it.
about it. Fuck it.
That's
Okay.
happy.
So I think y'all probably know a little bit more about this one than I do
Ugh.
because I'm not really that familiar with the baby. So
I like the baby. First of all, I liked him on. I like him on Megan's album. He's on. I can't think of the song right now, but I fuck with him there. I like the song Sugar. I like the baby. Okay, and shout out to my Carolina people. Like, I'm so glad. I mean, obviously they have J. Cole, but it's nice to see like some other people from the Carolinas like coming through. But this nigga, the baby, like, salute to you. This is my black-tastic moment of the week because let me tell you why I should not be an advocate for black on black crime. But when someone is in your face talking mad hot shit about you, mad shit is like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, mad shit. This nigga beat the brakes off my guy and knocked this nigga out his pants. I'm talking about out his trousers. Like, check this shit though. Like,
This ain't the first nigga he dropped though.
it's not. This nigga actually killed 2 people.
Whoa.
2 or 3 people already. He killed the nigga at a Walmart and he killed the nigga for breaking into his house. So that's why I'm like, why y'all even test this nigga? He already done murdered folk in real life. Like,
So I
Just-
read about the Walmart thing, but I didn't know about the home thing.
yeah.
I didn't know about that either.
Yeah,
I
like
knew
the
about
nigga
Walmart
was trying to
today.
get robbed. He was either at home or he was out somewhere and somebody was trying to rob him. Yep.
Now I know for sure about the guy up in Walmart trying to rob him. But you know what? So I
he
was
went
listening
outside.
to. So this guy, his name is Cam Coldheart. He's also a rapper
Yes.
that's out of North Carolina too. And I was reading up on him and looking at a couple of his videos. From what I can see, is that he really just a hater. That's all that I've gathered. Like, there's so many different like videos and shit of him just talking shit about the baby. I'm just like, you really just was being a hater and you got what was coming to you.
This nigga got knocked out. Look, this nigga draw. Could you imagine? I would have to I would go and be a fucking recluse for like the next year. Like, if somebody had me on camera just straight
that
up
nigga-
like
that
out
nigga-
my drawers though.
That nigga all on social media.
Damn.
Just talking about that shit.
So he did a video too saying that, so you know the clip cuts off, right? So it's like he threw the punch while it was in the store, and then it cuts to this when he just like laid out with his pants down. So he says that 2 of the niggas jumped him, and that's why he was out there with his pants down, his nose bleed. I don't believe him.
Nah, I
I
can't
don't
lie.
believe him.
If he got jumped, he still deserved that shit.
don't. And
real
that's
life.
my other
It
point.
don't
I don't
matter.
give a good
That shit
fuck.
was warranted.
As much as I like a fair one, I don't give a fuck
That
about
shit
it.
was still
You
warranted.
shouldn't be. That's the problem in society that we live in now, because social media gives everybody an opinion, which means everybody has assholes and buttholes that they feel like they need to use all the time. So when you have these people, it's like, you know what? I got my opinion. Let me share my shit to the world, because that's what you're supposed to do with your butthole. You got to shit. You got to share it, you know? So it's like, let me share it. And then it's like, oh, when you get around somebody talking that hot shit, now, the baby ain't gonna play. Now, this nigga is bigger than the baby. The baby is like a stocky, like, not stocky, but he's a short, compacted man. That's not a short man.
Compacted.
I'm just saying, he's a miniature little guy. the baby beat the fucking brakes off you. Just stop talking shit, people. This should be a lesson to motherfuckers online. Cloud chasing. Hey, sit the fuck down.
He was definitely clout
Sit
chasing.
the
Cloud
fuck
chasing
down.
dirty.
For
He doing
sure.
wrong.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Sit
And
the
it
fuck
did
down.
not turn out well for him.
Man, where is the Price
So-
is Right music when you need it for this nigga?
So also, Charlemagne made him donkey of the day too.
Great.
He was talking about his belt, and you know what? I have to agree with him. You niggas need to wear belts. How are you gonna be trying to
This
fight
is a fact.
somebody with your pants falling down around your ankles? You finna get your ass whooped off top because you can't do both of them. Unless you just Debo.
You can't be having your pussy in the street.
Got his ass whooped too.
I thought he had
So
shorts
listen,
on.
he did.
Yeah, he had basketball shorts on.
No,
Oh, it was like cargo shorts. What they
those
were?
were like
It was-
cargo shorts.
it
or
was
something.
something
They
that
had
needed a
the
belt.
Loops around it. Either way,
needed a
he
belt.
needed a
Paying
fucking
attention.
belt because either if they were too big or you just didn't have a belt on, like either way, you niggas need to wear your pants and your shorts that fit.
What
or
you
get a
feel about
belt.
That niggas wearing belts.
I mean, shit. I don't sag, so I do think.
Great.
Sagging been pretty much dead. A slight sag is cool though. I will say like a slight. You know what I'm talking about? Like a real slight sag. Like show
When
off
I
the,
say
show off the waistband. You see the designer waistband. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
a slight
it.
sag.
Yeah.
Yes.
that
And
is
anything
it.
else is kind of forced. You know, it's actually really forced. Only I have no friends that do that shit still.
Thank God.
That's so dirty.
At all.
Like it just makes you look dirty and like you're not put together because you're not. I don't want to see your underwear. I don't want to see that. And especially niggas who sag like tough. I done ran into a couple that just like
They a rare
your
breed
pants
now.
like right down your ankles and shit. Like,
But
my
they a rare
God.
breed though. Think about how many niggas you see that really sag
Like-
hard now. That shit kind of dead.
Do you get out the house much?
That's why I don't sag my pants.
You're not. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't.
That's what the fuck he get. I agree with Charlemagne. That's why that nigga's old bam ass nigga 2 times in a row because you ain't got no belt on. Then you talking shit like just I don't know. I was gonna say something else, but that's rude, and I don't want to say that and be low vibrational. We talked about that, so I'm sorry, nigga. Fuck you, the baby. I love you. Hey, the baby.
Nigga album was fire too.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
It is
Album was
fire.
I've been listening since 2017.
There's so many babies out here. The
I
baby,
know.
Birdman, baby,
Little baby.
D baby, all the
It's
babies.
a lot of lil.
It's Lils and babies.
Yeah.
Lil
I thought,
baby.
I thought
Is there a
Lil
Lil
was
Baby?
gonna. Yeah.
Little
I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
it's a little baby.
baby.
He just got hip and threw the both of them hoes together.
Yeah, like
Look,
I'm over it.
I thought the Lils was gonna die off. Like I feel
No.
like for a minute they died off, and nobody was calling themselves Lil nothing. And then people started
You know,
detaching Lil from their name. Like Wayne went from Lil Wayne to just Wayne.
Well, Lil usually be coming from like the block though. Like it's not
That's
like
true.
it's not like a nigga was like my rap name ain't gonna be Lil. It just be like that niggas call him Lil Baby or niggas call him Lil Wayne because when they was younger they was little. And nigga got that's why niggas I'm older. I'm not Lil this no more. I'm older now, so I'm just Wayne type shit. That's where we coming from. Usually like for real. Like I got homeboys named Lil like Lil Marcus.
Yeah, it was Lil
G,
Zane.
T.
Remember him?
I do remember Lil Zane. And no one ever called me Lil Zane though.
So
but,
bad.
but I'm just saying like that's how it be. That's where niggas be getting Lil from. Like
I feel it.
it'd be hard to grow out of like type shit. So I'm sure the baby probably came from the block. Probably wasn't some shit he just came in the studio like, I'm gonna be the baby. And he probably didn't even fuck with the nickname. It usually be like that too. Like niggas don't be fucking
True.
with Lil. I'm like, ain't Lil niggas all call me that, but that's what the hood call you. That's your fucking name now.
I feel it. You right. Good point. Good point. So we gonna go ahead and roll into our next topic. So the next one is more of y'all shit again. And that's so Game of Thrones star Kit Harington, who
love
was
him.
playing Jon Snow. So we just learned, so apparently he's been in this rehab place for little bit over a month now, but we're just learning about the fact that he is in there. So it's been said that he went in for stress and alcohol use, and he's in a luxury health retreat in Connecticut called Privé Suisse, which by the way is fucking expensive because it costs over $120,000 a month. So he gotta be sick to be spending that kind of shit. Every
I don't
month.
think it's our motherfucking business to be first and foremost. When I read it, I was like, okay, I don't know why everybody this doesn't need to be on this does not need to be on Front Street, but and then everybody putting their opinion on it too. I was just like, I didn't even put my opinion on it. I was like, I feel bad for dude. Hopefully he gets better. Only thing I had to say was like, damn, dude, like you ain't got to spend that much on rehab.
Yeah.
Cause I was like,
Well,
no. I'm saying no. I'm not saying don't seek the help or pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like your pocket's finna get ran like that, like dirty.
Yeah,
Ran.
nah, that's
Like-
excessive. $120,000.
Like 120K? Like
A
he
month?
didn't. You know how he got.
that nigga
he
got it.
I mean, he do, but he got big off of Game of Thrones.
Nigga, well,
So that's
And
more
Game of
so
Thrones is
like
ending.
do you know how
and-
much money that nigga got?
has
Get Harrington
ended.
I
got,
mean,
though?
he was one of the highest paid actors on TV for a little minute. Don't get me wrong. I know that. I'm just
He's-
saying, but
he'll be fine.
120 grand a month.
But that's how much. But that's how much they be spending on that stuff, though. And maybe I have a little bit of different insight because I actually worked at a rehab for 2.5 years, and I worked for a very luxurious one at one point. So I know, yes, the shit is expensive. But at the end of the day, niggas they blow their fucking nose and they buy a car that's worth more. Or anything else. So it's like if this
True.
is something that is going to be beneficial for me, if I had that type of money and if this is the environment I want to be in, if I feel this is conducive to me to better myself and to get back on a healthy track, then fuck it, I'm gonna spend it. I don't know. I feel like being healthy or a peace of mind. If I had the money, you can't afford that. Just my opinion.
Okay.
I'm saying if I got the money, I'm actually very surprised to hear you say this.
what?
But
I know why you are.
Yes.
But that's why I was like, let me shut the fuck up after
yep,
y'all talking.
be quiet. Because we talk.
Spend your shit. How you want to spend your shit? I'll take back what the fuck I said. Spend that shit.
Spend it. Just like the song
He's
say.
right. He's right. So, more so, and I get what you're saying that it ain't our business. Like, fine, that's fine.
But
We
them
live in
comments
this-
though on Twitter were fucking hilarious.
Niggas are
I'm sorry.
assholes.
People really ain't got no souls because they was
Hate
they
social media
they was-
sometimes, bro.
they was forcing. You know, dropped a little documentary right at the end of the season, right?
Yes.
And you remember that there's like one little clip where like he looked like he got kind of emotional when they were saying.
Yeah,
like,
the nigga was about to cry.
Yeah, because like you know what I'm saying, but you kind of get enthralled into your character. That shit makes sense. These actors are artists. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like I wasn't surprised. I thought it was dope. I was like, oh yeah, you really got in the character. I thought this shit was
Yeah.
dope. But people were in the comments.
I
going
hate motherfucking
ham.
people.
It was going ham.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, he's in there because he had to kill Daenerys and Shaw. I was like, I promise you, it has nothing to do with that. I mean, I'm not saying nothing to do with that. I'm saying, but it has nothing to do with that. Like, nothing.
So
Like,
what
come
it's
on.
being reported is that the reason that he's going through this, well, it's been said that he felt as though he needed to take this time off to have like a break and get himself together mentally, right? So this is what I think his wife said, but also what was stated is that he's going through the stress of what's next. And I
believe
can
that.
relate to that shit
I
because
believe that shit too, yeah.
That's
you know,
real.
It's
going
like post grad depression type shit. You're like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do
right,
next? Like, cause
yeah.
like you've been Jon Snow for 10 years.
yeah.
Jon Snow, like, you know, every year, like, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta like find your next. I mean, but at least he's young. Like, I didn't know he's 33. So I mean,
Yeah,
he started
Kit
his role in
Harington's very young.
23.
Yeah.
So 23 to 33, like he's been Jon Snow for a
Right.
minute. Like, it's like, nah, that shit's crazy. And but shit, like he'll go down as, you know, classic ass character. You know what I'm saying? Shit has to come to an end. He just needs to find like his next little niche or his next character.
Yeah,
It might
he's
be
good.
It might be in the movies. It might be TV shows. But at the same time, like just looking at it from like a like an artistic perspective, you know, sometimes it's hard to break. You know what you are. Like people like make, oh, he's Jon Snow. Like what else can he do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and like he has to find it himself. Like, oh, I can do other characters.
Yeah.
Like I'm a good ass actor. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's just hearing like, oh, like. I mean, only character that you could really, you know, could be is Jon Snow. Jon Snow wouldn't even do all that. You know what I'm saying? You just hear other shit, blah, blah, blah. But no, I never really seen anybody publicly say that. I never seen that, like, as a trending topic or,
Yeah.
you know, or nothing like that. But maybe, like, you just kind of get lost in your mind. And
Right.
you start to kind of go crazy. So,
He was
you
just host on Saturday Night Live. It's actually really funny. That he did a good job. Like that nigga's funny as shit, and I wouldn't have thought.
right. So that's
So,
crazy. So,
It's like, oh, okay.
That's actually what I felt like it was.
I didn't know
more
his
of.
wife was,
On
the-
Game
the-
of Thrones, she
I-
was
I-
Ygritte.
I didn't know that was his wife. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Ygritte.
the fucking wildling.
Yes.
I ain't know.
Mhm.
She like,
Yeah, I read that too.
Mhm.
Her name is Rosie Leslie or something
Mhm.
like that. Yeah, I read that too.
So cool.
But I felt like that was more of what it was because I feel like if you get to like that pinnacle of being such a big star, known for this one thing, is like, where do you go from that? So
Yeah.
I do understand how that would be
He
stressful.
probably, like, he got Tobey Maguire syndrome. My nigga Toby did Spider-Man and fucking
Yeah.
duck. Like,
Oh no, he did Great Gatsby after that.
that was it pretty much.
Oh well, yeah.
I read an article though. I read an article about like how people in Hollywood they want to work with him because he was a dick.
They say he was an asshole.
Yeah, he's a fucking dick.
Ooh,
I believe it.
I believe it too. Believe it.
That
He
shit
was good in
crazy.
Great Gatsby though.
I actually enjoyed that. It wasn't. I know it was a little showy, but I enjoyed it because the guy who directed it did Moulin Rouge, and I love Moulin Rouge. It's one of my
Ooh, me
favorite
too.
movies. So I like the graphics. And stuff.
I-
I'm sorry,
Every time I read a book before I see the movie, I be always disappointed. So
this is true.
I
And, like,
loved
so
Moulin
I like-
Rouge.
I remember when I was younger too. My mom would be like, "Yeah, the book was better than the movie." And
The
I'd
book
be-
is
I'd be
always
like,
better
the
than
movie
the
was
movie.
fire though. I don't even need to read the book. But like now, as I've gotten older and I read books, I'm so glad I didn't read Game of Thrones the book because if I would have read the book, I probably would have been pissed.
I'm doing audio.
I probably would have been pissed. But
Well, they didn't finish the books, right?
well, no, they didn't. After like season like 5 or 6, like they had to like freestyle pretty
Yeah.
much,
I
which
see.
is why it's been so trash. But,
Yeah,
but that's a different story.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'm done with that story.
Oh, you
I
know.
still got homies that haven't watched the last episode because they just pissed or like already know how it's gonna end, and literally like that episode was so cheesy. Like, oh my God.
Let's
Yeah,
just.
make me want to go watch the last episode just because.
I
I'm sure I won't. I think I'll get it. I've read enough shit on Instagram about it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
you
worth
don't
it.
ever have to watch a full
Yeah.
show anymore. You can just watch reviews and shit and then pick
Mhm.
up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I might
But
have
like
to go watch it.
the show was beautiful up until probably like season 7.
Damn. So all the seasons, but this one.
Nah, I said up until season 7 it started going downhill in my opinion.
You mean
Like,
season 5?
5? Well, the last season 6 like wasn't that good, but the last 2 episodes of season 6 were crazy.
Okay, we'll
You know what I'm
disagree.
saying? Like,
We'll agree to disagree.
You know what
Fine.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm done with you.
Alright, so I think we can touch on this last little topic. We have a couple of minutes. I just want to put it out there. So, Michigan, Oregon, and New York. All three. So I'm just real briefly tell you how all of this came to. So out in New York and Brooklyn, there is the state senator. His name is Jesse Hamilton. So he was out in Brooklyn where he represents, out there doing some campaigning on the street. And there was a white woman, do not have her name. She is currently unidentified, called 911 on Jesse. Called 911 on Jesse because she thought he was out there doing like suspicious activity and shit. Mind you, this man is the state senator. So, with that being said, he had a meeting and he felt as though, well, this shit didn't happen to me. So now, personally, we got a problem. But we've seen it happen so many times over the last couple of years and forever and ever and ever. If you black, you know this shit has always been going on. But just, a couple years ago, due to social media, we've seen it be more public. But anywho, so she called the police on him and then he had the meeting about it. And now, again, that's Michigan, Oregon, and New York are all pushing for callers who call the cops with racially motivated who call racially motivated 911 calls. They're pushing for them to have fines, so they're gonna fine them, or also to have misdemeanors.
Yes, that's actually my other black tasking moment of the week. It's just like, thank God for that. Just because being black, I mean, we get caught up with so much bullshit just by the color of our skin half the time, and it's fucking ridiculous. So you know what? Let's start penalizing these white people
Exactly.
who feel away or are scared and shit. We probably ain't even doing shit but breathing.
Done
So,
nothing.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So also New York is also going to push to make it a hate crime as well. I feel like New York is doing. I love New York, so this may be a little biased for me, but I feel as though they're doing so many things as far as laws in place for. I guess it's kind of hard to say because I don't live there, but I salute them for this law because also just a couple months ago, they also made it a law to not discriminate against black women or just women of color for the different hairstyles that we wear as well. So I feel as though it's very progressive of them to also come up with this law or to put this law into place for where people are getting penalized for just calling the police on you just because you black and you out here living life. Like, ain't nobody got time for that shit. It's crazy.
It's dumb. So salute to you and all the other states that are backing you up for that. I think that's amazing. So
It may also be going to LA too. I may or may not read that correctly, but I got that information off of HuffPost and off of LA CBS Local, so it may also be going to LA.
Cool.
But that is all that I had, and we are actually out of time. So I guess we will go ahead and roll it out. As always, you guys, thanks for tuning in with us. Facebook, we appreciate y'all for tuning in as well. Make sure you catch us here again next week, Wednesday, 6 o'clock. And if you like what you've seen, of course, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend to subscribe to our show and follow us all on our social media platforms.
At Zane taught me.
That's
Follow me
it?
on all my shit. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Can't wait to see y'all next week. It's just gonna be me and Tiff, cause Chris not gonna be here.
I'm going to
We're gonna put her
Mexico.
shit out there.
Thank you. I'll be gone all week. It's your girl, Chris Yvette. You can find me here. And also, before we close, I just want to shout out my cousin, Micaiah Eustace. She is an astronaut, like for real, legit astronaut. She just graduated from Texas A&M, and she just got accepted to the International Space University in France. So shout out to you, Micaiah, and Texas A&M and stuff. I got mad love for you, little cuz. So yeah. And be you, do you, stay true. We out. Bye.
Deuce.